Hello, and welcome to another edition of our Cathedral Check-In. I am Ansley Tucker, the Dean, and I'm speaking to you from my office in the Deanery. And I am speaking to Stuart Hall, who is our head of school. As you know, our cathedral has a school on its grounds in what was once our Memorial Hall, about 200 children, kindergarten to grade 8. And in many ways, this is the most important ministry our cathedral has with children. There's spiritual formation, intellectual formation, and all in the context of an Anglican community which is supportive in prayer and in commitment to the work that the school does. So Stuart, a couple of days ago, I came in to park my car in the Deanery parking lot, and there was fencing covering up my parking space and a bunch of stuff, pallets or something inside the fencing. What's going on over there?
Well, I'm so happy to say that the construction has finally begun. As you know, Ansley, we've been working toward to support our new strategic framework, and part of that includes growing the school, and part of it includes bringing in a science, tech, engineering, arts, and math in a more focused way, and also it includes an enhanced music program, and we already have started on that route. But all of these aspirations that I've just described to you require more space. And so this is the first step in that direction.
So I've heard of STEM before. What is STEAM?
Well, science, tech, and engineering, the arts, and math.
Okay. So we're not leaving the arts behind.
No, absolutely. They're integral for problem solving, being creative, and more companies are realizing that we can't just have engineers. We have to have engineers that can think really creatively outside the box. And so those teams have to include people who come from an arts background.
Well, that is music to the ears of a theologian, I can tell you. So you say you need more space, and I do understand that what is going to be happening behind that fencing is the installation of, is it 4 learning pavilions?
Yes, these are modular classrooms. They were purpose-built as classrooms in 2018, and it's 2 stories. So two down below, 2 up top, with a stairwell, a hallway in between, and a stairwell at each end. And so in the fall, our grade 6, 7, and 8 students will move into that space, and that'll leave 1 more room to start to develop our STEAM programming in that 4th room.
I understand that with STEAM programming, you need quite a bit of, I've heard you speak of maker spaces.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What's that?
So we need a space where children can build things. If you think in long ago, they used to have this thing called Meccano sets and that sort of thing. So, when you set up a Meccano set, you need to leave it out. You need to have the parts around and accessible. And these are long-term projects. Our school many years ago purchased a number of Lego robotics kits. I think we have half a dozen or even up to 10. And we need a place to have those where the students can work on them, leave them out, and then come back and work on them when they have time to do it again. So just a quick example, 2 quick examples. And then we might also have tables there for the design. Students are working on projects. They need to be able to draw them out and have big room. And it's a sort of a free-flowing workshop space is what you could say, what you could call it.
Which we certainly do not have in our current facility. And the classrooms are actually smaller than most classrooms in many systems, aren't they?
That is true.
It's a good thing our classes are small.
That is true, and that is also true. Yes, these new classrooms are just about 800 square feet a piece, And our current classrooms are, 450. I think our largest classroom in Memorial Hall is 500 square feet. And so this is going to be a real breath of fresh air for our middle school students. Originally, it was for that breath of fresh air that we jumped on this because we were right in the middle of the throes of the pandemic. And this would allow us to spread our kids out, and so that was the impetus for beginning this. But obviously, we wouldn't do it just for that one purpose. It's a great first step, a temporary step, mind you. We have a 5-year window here to find that this building is allowed to be in place. So after 5 years, we'll be looking for new plans and new space.
And you did mention before growing the school. I understand that that's a gradual, year by year, adding a class. Is that right? What's the plan?
So we will take 3 classes out of Memorial Hall, and that frees up some space. And the first priority is to fill one of those spaces with our second kindergarten class. It's the first time ever we will have had 2 classes at the same grade, which is just going to be so exciting in so many ways. And then the following year, we'll have another kindergarten class in. So that'll mean we have 2 grade 1 classes, and so on and so forth. And so as long as we can always control this growth by not inviting a new kindergarten class in one year if we need to, or we can pause on our process. But it's so exciting because it allows our children to have more friends at their age group to choose friends from, and we all know that how important that is. And it also allows our kindergarten teachers in this first year to have someone to speak to. So I'll have 2 kindergarten teachers. It'll enhance the collaboration amongst staff.
So there's a pedagogical advantage as well as any kind of economic advantage that might attach to growing the school and having a sustainable business plan.
Absolutely. We're a standalone Anglican school. There are no Anglican schools in Victoria. And so, we talk amongst ourselves, but it's going to be great to increase the number of colleagues with whom we can collaborate. Super excited about that.
Stuart, I'm so happy. I'm happy for the school. I'm happy for you. And I know that you spoke of how supportive the city has been. That's not to say it hasn't been a bit of a fraught process at times. And so thank you for stick handling all of this. Good luck with construction. And I'm happy to grant you my parking space for a few months.
Thank you. It'll all be done before the fall. Thank you very much, and we'll give it back to you then, okay?
Okay, that's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. So thanks so much for meeting with us, and to everybody who's watching, thanks for staying with us, and we hope to see you at another Cathedral Check-in soon. Bye now.
Nice to catch up. Bye-bye.